Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us on today's webinar. We're looking forward to today's topic, great SEO topic today on keyword research. Before we get started, just a couple quick logistics. First, we will be recording this webinar and we'll post it up to the eDirectory.com blog. Typically within 24 hours. Should be up tomorrow morning. So if you see anything you want to catch and review later, you can go to the blog and watch the video later. Second thing, if anybody has any questions or comments during the webinar, you can just pop them into the online chat here in Zoom, and we will stop periodically to answer any questions, as well as at the end of the webinar, we will be able to answer anything about this topic or anything else you'd like to ask. So some quick introductions. I'm James. I'm the founder of the company, and with us today we have Emerson from our marketing team. Hi, Emerson, and Gabriel as well. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thank you, James.
All right. Well, great. The next thing, just some upcoming events after this webinar, just to review very quickly. August 30th, we have integrations to power up your site, some external plugins and things like that, external services that you can link into the directory. It's a good topic. September 13th, we're going to talk about AI prompts and content strategies. So that's a good one. September 27th, AdSense alternatives to monetize your site. And October 11th, we're going to talk about custom pages for location and category. And you can sign up for any of those at eDirectory.com webinars. And for anybody that's new here, just a quick little background on the eDirectory platform. This is the platform that we sell. And basically, it is a platform to create online guides or listing style websites. It's used for all sorts of industries and purposes. It is highly customizable. There's a administrative area where you can do drag and drop widgets around to change the layout, change the style of your site, etc. We have integrated native mobile apps that you can upload into your own iPhone App Store and Android App Store accounts under your own brand. And we've spent a lot of time optimizing the platform for SEO. And the source code for the system is available in case you want to do your own customizations with your own dev team. We also have a custom team that does custom development if you want to get a quote for us for doing some integration with third-party thing or anything else, really. So you can visit eDirectory.com and just schedule a private demo where an account manager can discuss your needs and show you a demo of the system, etc. Great. So keyword research for online directories. Today's topic, this is actually a really important topic for us because most of these sites, actually the reason people use them is often lead generation, and Google and the search engines are the ones that drive the majority of this traffic for most sites. And so focusing on SEO, search engine optimization, and optimizing your keywords is a big part of that. So we're going to talk about that today. And at this point, I'll turn it over to Emerson, who's our Emerson and Gabriel, our SEO experts here. So I'll turn it over to these guys to run this part of the presentation. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, James. So let's talk. Let's start talking about the basics. So what is a keyword? So keywords are the words and phrases that searchers enter into search engines, and they are also called search queries or search terms. As a website owner and content creator, you want the keywords on your pages to be relevant to what people are searching for, so they have a better chance of finding your contents among the results. That's the story. Your goal in ranking on search engines is to drive organic traffic to your sites, and the keywords you choose to target will determine what kind of traffic you get. If you own a golf directory, for example, you might want to rank for clubs, but if you are not careful, you might end up attracting traffic that's interested in finding a place to dance, for example. So having an attention to the keywords you are targeting will make the difference on your project. With that said, let's talk a little bit about the types of keyword. And they can be broad and far-reaching. These are usually called head keywords, or they can be a more specific combination of several terms. These are often called long-tail keywords. While the head keywords have huge traffic volume, long-tail keywords usually have more clearly defined intent. For example, best organic dog food for a puppy, or inexpensive dog walkers in New York. You also find that long-tail keywords have less competition, with room for niche sites to break in and rank higher on the results page. So long-tail keywords for online directories is a great choice, especially when working on categories and location. I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about it in the next slides. Using keywords on your pages. It's no good just throwing keywords on your pages. Unique keywords should be employed on each page of your site in the areas that bots and humans normally look to reassure them that you have what they are after. So this includes having the main keyword in both the title, the slug URL, the heading tags, the metadata on your site, such as keywords, meta description, etc. And of course, in the body of the content. So you spread these keywords along the page you are working on. And now it's the topic, keyword research. What is keyword research? It's the process of finding all possible search queries that may be relevant to your business. And keyword research includes finding, sorting, and prioritizing keywords. That's the most important part of the keyword research, knowing what to prioritize to your website. And the keyword research for online directories, while niche websites are great for long-tail keywords applied to its categories and subcategories. Business listings tends to rank better for their company name and products, not just for their categories, because for the categories, you're going to have a lot of competition because it tends to be closer to a head keyword, not a long tail keyword. So you have to pay attention on this as well. In running a keyword research, we're going to need SEO tools such as SEMrush, Moz, Ubersuggest, Ahrefs, or similar tools. And why that? Because they have a huge database of searches based on territories, on time frames, etc., that you can take benefit of this and drill down the results and get to exactly what you need to know about the keywords you are targeting and choosing the ones that are important and going to be useful for your online directory.
Emerson, if you were going to pick just one of those tools, which one would you pick?
We are using internally SEMrush, but we have some good results with Ubersuggest too, that sometimes we use to double check the information and see if the information is accurate. But SEMrush is on the market for a long time, and they have a huge database, especially for the US, but they are
It's a solid product.
around the world with data from a lot of countries. So doing a keyword research, step one, pick a category and create an initial keyword list. You can go to Google. I'm going to show you later this. There is the autocomplete feature. You have the suggested searches, and you have the people also ask for. These three elements on Google's page will give some ideas of the keywords you are targeting. So let me just leave my presentation here and show Google. I have one here on our website, beauty salons. As our demo website targets Miami, let's put Miami here. So my real location won't be influencing the results. So as you saw here, let me just type again. Okay, this is the autocomplete, the suggestion. So it's going to give you another variants of the keywords you are targeting. So it's good to take notes of these. You can start with a spreadsheet for the categories and take notes of these results. Of course, if they mean something to your project. So for example, beauty salon Miami Springs. I'm not from Miami. I don't know if it makes sense to have Miami Springs in my list of keywords, but if it makes sense for you, for your project, so pick up this one. In the middle of the results page, you have this section on Google. People also ask. So if some of these questions make sense to your project, to your research, you can take this also for creating contents around this main topic. So we have a general city guide here in our Miami travel guide. That's a bit of a classic online directory with venues, place to go, where to eat, etc. So having content around this topic, what to do in Miami, the best beauty salons in Miami, where the celebrities make their hair in Miami, having content around this main keyword, it helps on bringing traffic. So pay attention here as well, because you can find some keywords hidden inside of these suggestions. And at the bottom of the page, you have the related searches that also give you some suggestions and variants of the main keywords you are looking for. So beauty salon near me, best hair salon, Miami Beach. See, it's all long tail keywords with more than 2 terms. So pay attention on these, because these are where the opportunities are on the long tail keywords. Okay, so let's go back here. Step 2, use the SEO tools to discover the stats of these given keywords, such as search volume, ranking difficulty, and you can also see your main competitors for these keywords. And again, you can use SEMrush, Ubersuggest, Keyword Planner, etc. Prioritize your keywords lists, asking yourself a few questions. And which questions are these? Which keywords will actually bring you traffic? And it's a balance between the difficulty of ranking for these and the search volume. If there's no search volume, why having the work to target these if there's no volume? But if there is volume and there is room for competition, that's where you want to bet. So are these keywords actually valued by your audience? People are looking for that. People that you know that are your users look for these. What words best describe what you offer your audience? What keyword is your site the perfect solution or answer for? Is this relevant long-term? Are people actually looking for this? Are you actually offering this type of content, listings, events, etc.? So this is important where when we're going to prioritize your lists. Now it's time to trim down the list to up to 5 keywords to each category or subcategory, and we're done. And when I say to trim down to up to 5, it means because Google understands the context of a page, but if the keyword or some of the topics are missing from that page, Google won't believe that that is very relevant for the search pages, the results page. So having at around 5 or up to 5, it's a good number of keywords for each page. By default, eDirectory allows up to 10 keywords for each page, but in most of cases, you want to have too much content on your pages to put all of these 10 keywords spread all over your content. So up to 5 is a good number. You can find very good 5 variants of main keyword to target on your pages. And some SEO experts, they recommend 1 keyword for each page. So having up to 5, you are covered in many of the situations. Before showing the eDirectory SEO Center, let me just show you a little bit about the SEMrush. It's the SEO tool we use. They have a section for keyword research where you can see a specific keyword, as we can see here. I'm targeting here specifically Miami City. I can drill down the results for Miami City because our demo site is for Miami City. But if we're targeting Florida or the entire country, you can see the picture for this area. Here I drill it down for Miami City. So I can see that beauty salons, which is one of our subcategories, it has around 210 searches in average by month. There's keyword difficult, 37%. So it's possible to rank for this. So if I have good content, well written with SEO in mind, there is a good chance of ranking for these. There is a commercial intent. It means that it's good to attract good traffic. These will also give you some keywords variations. You can see all the variations and check what means, if they mean something for your project, if they're important or not. And they will also show the search results page analysis. So you can check your competition, which results are being featured on the first page. So you know what type of content you have to outrank. So you can copy their strategy. So you can check their keywords, how they are using these keywords among their contents, and follow this strategy to outrank these competitors. Basically, that's how you're going to use the keyword search on Google, put this list on a spreadsheet, check the volume, the keyword difficult, see if it makes sense, and create content around it. So I'm going to turn it over to Gabriel. He's going to show the back end of the directory, the SEO center for categories, but it works the same way for listings, for events, for the items, locations specifically as well. But that's it. Gabriel.
Okay. All right, everyone. I will show you briefly how to work and interact with the eDirectory SEO Center. So first of all, when you log in your site manager, just scroll down to the Promote tab right here. Then just click on the SEO Center, and you will be redirected to this window right here. This could be considered like the main control of everything that revolves around SEO on eDirectory. So you can control the redirecting of your website, the robots.txt editor, the webmasters tools, for example, for you to claim your website ownership. You can also install the verifications from Google Search Console or Bing Webmasters tool. You can upload the sitemap index as well. And under general SEO settings, you can also set the OG image, which is going to be an image where that will be exhibited once you're, let's say, when you search for a blog entry or even a listing, you're going to see an image on the search page. That's going to be the image that we're talking about. So you can do that as well.
And one thing I wanted to mention quickly, Gabriel, is if you have questions about any of these little details, we have a knowledge base on eDirectory.com where you can go in and search, and it'll sort of explain what some of this stuff is. Great. Yeah.
Exactly, yes. I even saved the article about how to use the SEO Center here, so I will paste in the chat later. But definitely, yes, just use the KB entries right here. But again, now let's move to the editing the SEO fields under the categories. As Emerson said, this applies to every module that eDirectory has. For example, listings, deals, events, classifieds, articles. It will be roughly the same path to do this. Okay, so let's take the categories. And let's say I want to edit the SEO for beauty and fitness, since we are talking about hair salons. Just click edit. You have the title, and then once you expand the advanced options tab, you're going to see, for example, keywords. So this is where you want to place all those keywords that you have researched before using SEMrush or Google Keyword Planner, or even the Google search. Why not? You can use the keywords right here, both on the page right here, and also you will have the SEO advanced options. So under the slug URL, you're going to have the meta keywords. So this is where you want to place your the beauty salons near me, or beauty salons in Miami, or I don't know, maybe it's specific types of like nail salons and beauty spas and stuff like that. See what keywords are relevant to your listing, to what you are trying to sell. And then you got to place it here. Also, remember to write a simple but effective meta description. This text is what comes when you search for something online. And let's say you are searching for beauty and fitness. Let me do a quick test right here. And then you're going to see this line right here, okay? This is the meta description. If you don't provide one, Google will provide one for you. But it would be good if you write it yourself, because you can include here, of course, the keywords that you are trying to rank for. In this case, beauty and fitness, you'll see that both words appear here in the meta description. Same goes for any kind of categories you are trying to promote with your directory website. Okay, so you have 250 characters to write this. So make good use of this. And also you can write the content. We have this special field for that. You can work with headings, for example, H2, H3 heading, and also just write on normal text. This field we recommend you to use to describe what is a category. So that will help the Google engine or Bing engine to crawl your page and see that, okay, this page has the content, let's say the listings about the beauty and fitness. It has the keywords, it has the meta description, and it also has some content on it. So that would help you to get indexed a little higher on the search against your competition, for example. And all of this can be done throughout all modules, as I said before. So this work throughout all the other modules. One special thing that we could do also on the SEO is to the homepage, or to any page that you have on your website. Okay, let's say I have all of these pages in our demo site here in our Miami directory. Let's say I want to edit the SEO fields for the homepage. So this is the homepage, and right at front of the screen, you're going to see show SEO and advanced options. Just click here. Once again, you will be asked to fill in a meta description. So this is super important for you to use the keywords that you have to promote your website, whether it's a city guide, whether it's a reviews website, whether it's a real estate website. This is the field that Google will once again display under your link, under your website link, telling what is the answer for the query that the user has typed on the search bar. And also same goes for the meta keywords. Okay, so let's say we just have restaurants in Miami, hotels in Miami, but we could have a lot more stuff here, like renting cars or tickets in Miami, or football, or anything like that. Okay, and also one last location that we could optimize in the directory are the geography settings right here. So under settings, language and geography, you're going to click location data, and you're going to see all the territories that you have listed on your website. Let's say I'm going to check the United States territory. I can either edit the country, or I can check the states and the cities. So I have, let's say in Alabama, I have 134 cities. So let's say you work, since we're in Florida, let's do that, Florida, right here. Then you have all of the cities here in Florida. I'm going to take one here. So you can edit the location. This goes for the state and also for the country. Okay, the logic is the same.
And one thing just to mention about those locations is sometimes cities and stuff have sort of slang names or
yes,
shortened names, and so those are good keywords to put in there. Things like Beantown or whatever. NYC. Those kind of things are good to put in those things, and even neighborhood names. Sometimes people
that's
put
right.
those.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. So let's say you run a very niche local website that spreads only to a neighborhood or a small part of a city, and then you have the different names for it. You can definitely use these names here. For example, for the keywords and for the meta description, you can add those different names here. And that will help you to be found by Google when someone's searching for the real name of the city or a different name. Then you just click save, and that's it. So these are the main parts where you can optimize SEO on eDirectory. And I'll go ahead and paste this link for the knowledge base article on the how to use the SEO Center. I'll pop this on the chat. And also later on, we can talk about, we are making this new program for eDirectory where we do the search engine optimization for online directories. So this is a new program that we are running right now.
Yeah, so if you're not, if you want to sort of outsource the work, we have that service offering that's available. It's a new offering now where we do the optimization for you. However, one thing I'll just tell you in general is people often call and ask me, hey, do you know a good SEO company or good service or something? And what I always say, and this may sound strange since we actually sell an SEO service, but I always recommend people try to do it themselves at the beginning or have their own team do it a little bit, just to sort of understand the work that's involved and what kind of results you can get and really how things go with an SEO service. And then you bring in a pro and they can scale it up and really get things optimized for you. But I definitely recommend if you're starting a new site to do some of the SEO yourself, do some of that work yourself. And then the second thing I just wanted to mention is if you don't feel like your site has some really great quality content, it's typically better to focus on building out really good quality content than optimizing keywords all over the place. Typically those two kind of come hand in hand where you're doing the content and also thinking about SEO as you're doing it. But at the end of the day, Google's pretty smart these days, and just having some really great articles, some really great listing, good reviews, those sort of things are often what go the most to bringing in directory traffic. So if Emerson and Gabriel, if you guys don't have any more comments right now, we'll just let's run through some questions here. We got a good number of questions.
James, I just want to show two other things that people can use to get some keyword ideas, especially if they already have an existing website.
Okay,
Let me
great.
just share my screen again. Just a minute. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so on Google Search Console, you have the performance reports. And it will show the queries people type in, and that will show your website as a results, and then you can check the clicks and impressions. So you have an idea of what people are typing and seeing your directories. So this is a great resource to an initial research. See what people are looking for and what Google is already suggesting from your pages. So it's a very good topic here. So performance reports on Google Search Console. And the second thing is the internal search reports inside the directory. So every time someone is using your website and is using the search widget, you have the search reports for a given month, a given year, etc. You can set the time range, and it will show the general searches or for listings, deals, etc. So you can see the search term people is using, they are using. So it's very important to get some initial ideas, at least for knowing where to start the optimization. So you have plenty of categories. Start for the one that you have the most traffic. So you have an initial spark to start the work. That's it.
Okay, great. So let's jump into the questions here. Thanks for posting questions. We'll just answer them as they came in. First question from Haley. The 5 keywords, should they be a mix of long tail and shorter keywords? I'll leave that to you guys, Emerson.
Yes, yeah, a good mix of that. For example, lawyers in New York, or another specialty of lawyers, I don't know, business.
Yeah, that type of thing. Often I know what we see works is a sort of a category plus location combination. And often if you even go deeper into either subcategories or neighborhoods and combine those often come up to be pretty good keywords.
For example, beauty salons. You can have curly hair salon, long hair salon, or another type of procedure that people do in their hair. Because I just cut, I don't paint, I don't do another stuff. So I don't know too much about the keywords around this topic, but you have this different types of salons. So you can have some short terms and long terms around this keyword, but a mix of head keywords and long tail keywords inside each category is a good idea.
Okay, great. Next question from Scott. When you recommend up to 5 keywords per page, what is a keyword for the purpose of the recommendation? For example, if I have a business that includes a catering arm specializing in Southern cuisine, would the term Southern cuisine catering be considered 1 keyword or 3? So I guess it's a question of, is a phrase a keyword, an individual keyword, or does each word in the phrase count as a separate keyword?
It's a phrase.
It's a phrase
counts
okay, so
as 1 keyword.
One keyword. So the phrase,
keyword,
yeah, multiple word keywords,
yeah,
or a keyword phrase, maybe we should say for that. So great. Next question from Warren. Is Google recognizing meta keywords anymore? Great question.
Yeah, they recognize the keywords as the initial sparkle that will start the engine, but it's not a ranking factor since 20 years almost. So it's good to have that on the pages, because it will show Google how to understand your content, but it's not a ranking factor. But
doesn't help you move to the top, even though it helps them know which topic potentially your site is about. And from what I hear, Google's algorithm has something like, I don't know, what is it, 200 or 400 or 800 different little ranking elements that are all sorts of things, from page load speed to whatever else, right? In that, so there's a lot of factors there.
About 300 known factors and tons of unknown factors that they won't disclose.
A few years ago, actually, I got a book. There was a book on Google's PageRank algorithm, and I was going through it, and it was actually pretty fascinating because it was a tech book, and it was mostly math. You know, it talked about some of the math algorithms about how do you sort through that and decide who's up top. And it was the kind of math without any numbers. You know, it was all like Greek letters. So it was pretty interesting. Okay, great. Next question. Should keywords and meta keywords be the same?
I believe that it's a question related to the SEO Center. We have these 2 fields inside our site manager. Let me pull up my screen here. I can show you in details that. So let's go to content, listings. I'm going to show the category because it's the same structure. So we have our top here, beauty salons. For all modules in eDirectory, we have the first one, keywords field, and then the meta keywords. These are not the same. The first one is to refine, it's to make it more smart, the Elasticsearch internal search engine.
eDirectory search. Yeah, the keywords are for the internal eDirectory search. So you search for beauty salons, and then this is going to come up, and if it's in the keyword there. Whereas the meta keywords are displayed on the page with the HTML meta tag. So I think often they are the same, right?
But for example, there was a question about the near me term. You don't need to put near me inside these keywords for the internal search, because they are in your website already, and there is the location.
Yeah, it's not going to help. It may even hurt, right?
Yeah, not going to help. This is to refine the internal search engine.
Yep.
So you can use different variations here. For example, another expressions of salons, or just salon here, because for Google, just having salon as a keyword doesn't make much value. But in your website for the internal search, salon is a good keyword to target. That's the
okay. And Warren just posted in a question: how do we take advantage and incorporate near me in our websites? And so I think that keyword you could potentially put in like the meta tag or something along those lines, right? What do you recommend for putting in near me?
Correct. Inside meta description and meta keywords.
Yeah, and I think Google also recognized when you put in near me, they're able to sort of tell from your IP address or your mobile browser or whatever, sort of where you are, and then they're going to do that translation to understand like, oh, you're in Miami, so they're going to try to show you Miami results. So you may not need to worry very much about on-page optimization for the term near me. Okay, next question from Tanya. SEMrush is expensive for small businesses. Is there any way eDirectory can offer customers a chance to use it for free? I don't know if there is it is kind of expensive. It's kind of complicated too. Emerson, is there a free version or something of SEMrush?
Yes, there's
it's a separate company, so we don't really have any control over them. But what are the options?
A limited but free version. There is also Ubersuggest. Gabriel, can you put paste the link to Ubersuggest? It's another good tool from Neil Patel. It's very known in the US.
Is the pricing on that more affordable, or what's the price?
I believe so. They have a more affordable approach.
Yep. Okay. Next, let's see. I provide this is another question from Tanya. I provide an online service for therapists. Should I provide a location to maximize search opportunity? I would say yes, absolutely. I think people looking for a therapist, they typically want somebody nearby, and they typically want somebody with a specialization, I suspect, in certain areas, whether it's like, therapists for youth issues or whatever the story is. So yeah, absolutely. I think that's one you probably want to highly optimize for location. Do you have any more comments there?
And James, even if you're targeting just one city, you can take advantage of the neighborhood location on eDirectory.
In the city, yeah.
Yeah, so people
especially in bigger
filter
cities
the
like
results by very, very near them on the results page.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, if you're in New York, people that live in Brooklyn, they don't want to go to Manhattan for a therapist or for whatever. So important to think about the neighborhood as well. Next question. Should your main keyword be the H1 on the page? I'll send that one to you there.
Yes, the main keyword should be on the H1 tag, and if you can, on the title of the page, the SEO title, the SEO description, and the slug URL. It's the first combination of these elements where the main keyword should be featured in.
Okay, great. It looks like that's all the questions. If anybody has a last one, go ahead and pop it in here. Oh, we had one more coming. Great. What is the ultimate keyword density? What is the optimal maybe keyword density that people are looking for? Is there a number on that, or what? In terms of keyword density, what are some comments around that?
It's good to have the keyword in your text as an H2 or H3 at least 5 times. Talking about a content with 700 keywords, but we are seeing that long form of content like 2000 words are ranking better. So we're talking about articles, topics. For business listings, having the keyword 3-4 times, including the H1, the title, etc., is a good number.
Okay, great. Yeah, so last call for questions. A reminder again, eDirectory is offering, we are offering an SEO service. Reach out to us. We do have some discounts available through the end of the month on any new signups for SEO service. So we know how to do these. We have some expertise in doing directory style sites as far as that goes. And I guess the last note that I had is just be persistent about this. These directory sites, they do work. You know, they do drag in traffic, they do generate leads, they are pretty successful. You just got to build the content out and stay on it and keep things updated. Oh, somebody asked, who do we ask? I guess that's about the SEO service. You can reach out to us here. We'll follow up with you, John, about that, but you can reach out to any eDirectory account manager. For that, just reach out to us here. You can send a note to marketing. We'll post in the contact links. I don't know if you can post those in again. The links to contact us. And oh, one other thing I wanted to note is that we have a new theme coming out for real estate style directory sites. The coding is all done, and we're really going to be releasing it here in the next probably the next week or so. So if anybody's thinking about doing real estate with it has a real estate specialized search and filters and that sort of thing, you know, bedrooms, bathrooms, price range for real estate style directory sites. We have that ready to go. That's coming up. And anything else, we're here to help. So you can reach us at eDirectory.com. We have support chat, etc. And we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Okay, thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.